As I say in all of these Is This Movie Relevant videos, if you've already watched this movie, kick back, relax. If you haven't seen it, well, this is your possible, might be spoilers ahead. Just saying. All right, movie fans, grab your tickets, grab your seats. Let's do this. All right. Back in 1985, John Hughes dropped The Breakfast Club. It was a teen movie, yeah, but not the kind you'd expect. There's no big car chases, no big epic romances, no big sports wins at the end, just 5 high school kids stuck in detention on a Saturday, talking, and somehow that was more powerful than any action scene could have done back then. The setup is simple, very simple. There's 5 high school students, each from a different clique, are forced to spend 9 hours in detention on a Saturday afternoon together. We slowly learn why each one is there. You've got the brain, the athlete, the basket case, the princess, and the criminal. Classic archetypes. And at first, they all hate each other. No big surprise. But as the day goes on and their walls start coming down, secrets get spilled, and by the end, well, they're not so different after all. Now, here's why The Breakfast Club still holds up today. It's honest. It doesn't sugarcoat high school life like some movies or TV shows do. It's awkward, messy, full of pressure, and full of insecurities. And those stereotypes I mentioned before, John Hughes flips them on their head, and like the bad kid has a rough home life. The princess isn't as perfect as she seems, and the brain, well, he's cracking under pressure. Suddenly you realize these aren't just labels on these kids. They're actual kids with pressures and feelings. And of course, the cast nails it. Judd Nelson as Bender, the smart-ass, troublemaking rebel you love to hate until you don't. Molly Ringwald as Claire, the popular princess girl with more going on than lip gloss. Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy, Anthony Michael Hall, all bringing their A game. They don't feel like actors in a teen flick. They feel real. And let's not forget Principal Vernon, who is the classic out-of-touch adult, barking, "Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the hordes." Yeah, we've all had one of those types back then. All right, so the soundtrack, iconic, and the song "Don't You Forget About Me" by Simple Minds hits today just as hard as it did back then. And of course, that fist pump at the end, perfection, pure cinematic gold, which I heard at some point in life that was actually improvised by Judd Nelson, as much of the dialogue was also in the film. So, why does The Breakfast Club still matter? Well, because every generation of teenagers faces the same stuff. Judgment, isolation, pressure to fit in. Doesn't matter if you were born in the 50s, the 70s, the 90s, even the 2000s, we all experienced it. And this movie taps into that with heart and humor, and yeah, a little bit of sarcasm. Let's be honest, sometimes the best way to deal with high school is to laugh at how ridiculous it all is, was, and could be. So is this movie still relevant today? No question. Hell yeah. In fact, with social media now, pressure to fit a certain image is even worse. Much worse. If anything, The Breakfast Club feels more honest now than it did back in 1985. Bottom line, if you've never seen The Breakfast Club, you should. And if you have, well, you know, each one of us is a brain and an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. And sometimes a Saturday detention is exactly what we need.